members of the Jehovah's Witnesses. My daughter, Candace, wants me to tell you hello, and she's very happy that you do this work. She couldn't make it. I'm hoping that she can make it to the conference this summer, hopefully after the appeal's over and everything turns out good. Keeping my fingers crossed there. I would like to share, and this is because of Barbara Dorris. Candace was invited by Lori Goodstein of the New York Times to speak at the Religion Newswriters Association conference. This was in Austin, Texas. And again, I want to thank the staff organization for helping us in the direction. Candace, I'm just going to tell you what they said here about Candace Conti. She says, Candace Conti won a landmark jury trial against the Jehovah's Witnesses last year in California. That was June 2012. She was sexually abused as a child in the church and tried to press the elders to change their abuse policies. When they refused, she filed suit. She continues to encourage other survivors to speak out and is studying for a degree in veterinary science. What was great about this panel that Lori did was that she says here, the continuing story of clergy abuse beyond the Roman Catholics. So, again, even though we do know that the Catholic religion, the Vatican, is probably the most talked about, there are so many other small religions, cults, that have and allow child abuse issues and allow this to happen. Now, I'm going to try to stay. I got a time limit here, so I'm going to try to. I got my notes here, so I can stay. I wanted to tell you that what makes this particular jury verdict so remarkable to us. It was the first time we ever proved during a trial that the policies and directions on how congregations worldwide came directly from the Service Department elders at the Watchtower Society's headquarters in Brooklyn, New York. So who is directing the Service Department elders at Watchtower regarding how to deal with Jehovah's Witness child abuse cases? Here they are. This is the governing body of the Watchtower Society. These are the 8 popes. These are our popes, as far as they're responsible. These 8 men, who are called the governing body, are responsible for creating every rule, regulation, and policy that Jehovah's Witnesses live by. I can't emphasize this enough as being a Jehovah's Witness at one time. Obedience and loyalty to these 8 men is not an option. It's a requirement. And there is no questions asked. So if they say that in order for a child abuse accusation to move forward, you have to have 2 witnesses, that abuse victim better come forward with 2 witnesses of their abuse, or there's absolutely nothing that we can do. Well, that is exactly what they still do today. That policy still stands. They still back it up, and because of that, we've had, needless to say, thousands of child abuse victims have gone on, and they're discouraged from going forward. They're told not to. And here we have, regarding that 2-witness rule, which is a petition that we are going to be launching, 2-witness doctrine enables pedophiles to reoffend to other children. One of the Watchtower's policies requires that the victims of child sexual abuse must have 2 witnesses who can attest the molestation rape for it to be validated as a legitimate reportable crime. So I don't know about you. I'm not sure when's the last time anyone has taken witnesses with them so that they could use the child. Anybody here? Okay, didn't think so. So the reason why this is so remarkable is because just 2 days before this conference, a story broke in Oklahoma, McAlester, Oklahoma, And it's about an elder by the name of Ronald Lawrence, who was an elder when he abused these children. These children, as adults now, went to the McAllister Police Department and reported these crimes. The McAllister Police Department did investigate it, arrested him, and just on the 4th of February 2014, this came out as in the newspaper there, saying that that the entire church body of the Jehovah's Witness Church has concealed child molestation crimes alleged against a man identified as a former church elder. According to this motion that was filed January 28 by the District 18 District Attorney's Office in connection with molestation charges against Ronald Lawrence, 76. According to the motion, the state will present an offer of proof regarding concealment of the crime by Lawrence and the entire church body. But here we go. Most especially the governing body of the Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. There's a lot of people, a lot of abuse survivors, Jehovah's Witness abuse survivors. My age, thousands of us who will never be able to seek justice because of the statute of limitations and because of these policies. And we never thought that we would ever see the day that in a criminal case against the governing body that would be listed there, because we know who makes these policies. We know who is directing these congregations of Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide. It's not the elders. The directions come from the top. The policies come from the top. And even though they always, as you know, try to distance themselves in these cases and try to say, oh, we have nothing to do with what goes on in these congregations separately. It's always trying to blame somebody else. They're the ones in charge, and these are the policies that we as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses always followed. So it is a remarkable event for us. And I was going to go into sharing something else, but I do have a time limit. But this is an amazing event for us. And it means so much to us to be able to help all victims of these crimes, because it seems like it doesn't matter what religious institution, they all act the same way. They all do the same things. They all try to manipulate the situation and blame the victims and use any tactic they can to try to get away from their own personal responsibility. And this is what SNAP is about. That is why this organization is here, to make the changes. And I so appreciate what they've done for our abuse victims and for abuse victims everywhere. Doesn't matter what religion, religious group, or any other organization. They're here to try to make those changes. And for that, I thank them very much.